I'm John Graham. I live in Ottawa, and I'm going to read two excerpts from my father's Convoy diaries. My father, Gerald Graham, was a lieutenant commander. He was based at Royal Roads Naval College on Vancouver Island. And in the summer months, he served several times with destroyer escorts in the North Atlantic. The first excerpt is dates from September 1942, a time when U-boats had the upper hand in the North Atlantic. It's Convoy running from the UK to Halifax. The ship is a British-class Hero destroyer, HMS Harvester. September 6th. There was a quiet swell with southwest wind, misty and bits of rain. I had hardly reached the bridge when the signal came through. U-boats in vicinity. A corvette came tearing out of the mist on the port side to repeat the signal in more detail. The captain was called from his bridge cabin. Depth charges were set and high explosive shells placed on the trays of the forward 4.7-inch gun. We all peered over the windshield, captain hoisting himself on the ASDIC cabinet to make sure that shells were in their trays. Visibility was limited to about 200 yards. If the mist had suddenly lifted, we should, in all probability, have met the U-boats face to face. Either by good luck or bad, remarked the captain, who remained an unmoved stoic throughout. We had traveled into a nest of them. As we drew closer to the estimated enemy position, there was growing tension. Apart from bare commands, there was no conversation. Speed was increased to nearly 20 knots, and we plunged ahead, waiting for the moment when one or both should appear and the forward gun would blast forth. If he died, depth charges were in waiting. Number one watched the ASDIC. He was feverish in his desire to get a sub, although completely calm in the arrangements he made. The captain grinned ferociously from time to time, as though he smelled his prey and peered over the windbreak. Unhappily, the signals faded, and since we could not leave the convoy to pursue, the track was lost. Action had seemed so close, we were prepared for it, and then there was the letdown. It is a curious sensation to feel yourself near the presence of the enemy without seeing him. How dependent we are on waves of sound and the magic devices which transmute them. Science has revolutionized war at sea. At times, foghorns were sounded on the wings to give convoy position. Number 43, a tanker, is missing, and the Commodore was informed. Admiralty signals that 2 submarines are shadowing us, so our whereabouts must be known. The usual practice is to summon the rest of the pack, and with sufficient light and opportunity, they attack in their own good time, usually from the surface. They are bound to score some hits, and possibly lose 1 or 2 submarines. Meanwhile, we kept moving through the fog in rather ragged order, with 2 reported wolves skulking at our heels. For a moment, at 1800, the sun shone through the mist with an unearthly light, a sort of heavenly city effect, exceedingly beautiful. There was plenty of fun at supper, and the tension of the morning dissipated itself in warming ribaldry.